We are live on the Miguel and Holly and the Hits 961 Facebook page for Queen City Confessions.
If you ever want to anonymously submit a confession, text the word HITS with your confession and send it to 96893.
Here's the first Queen City confession. I started talking to a guy that I met off an app. His profile said he was 30, but when we first went out, he mentioned that he was 37 casually in conversation. I was taken aback at first, but he was so honest about his age on our date, like he had already told me, so I didn't question it. It's a 10-year age gap. I want to see him again, but I'm going to need some answers. I don't know how to bring it up. So clearly this guy forgot that he had lied on his profile.
Yeah.
Or I'm wondering if maybe they don't always update automatically.
And he's had it for 7 years now, and he just put that he's 30 and he's been at this for 7 years on the apps.
I mean, how do you just casually? I mean, that's a big lie. Like I could see if it was a year or two, but
yeah,
I'm wondering if it was a mistake.
You have to bring it up though, because if it was a mistake, okay, well that you got to clear the air, because regardless of whether it was a mistake or not, it's wrong. And I mean, that is a big age gap. A 10-year age gap is pretty big, especially when you thought it was 3. You have to bring it up, because if you're afraid to bring stuff like this up at the jump, what else are you going to be afraid to bring up as the relationship goes forward? You have to advocate for yourself.
I'm curious, what is the lie that they said on their profile, but then when you met in person, you were like, really? You lied about that when I can physically see you in person? What was that lie they told on social media or on the apps that you found out was not the truth in person? 1-844-HIT-961.
1-844-448-7961 or text HITS and your message to 96893.
Here's the second Queen City confession. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. We just moved in with each other this spring. I developed this weird habit of going through his phone maybe once or twice a week. There's been nothing scandalous or anything to make me worry. It's just interesting to see his text with friends and family.
Oh, God. What in the name of invasion of privacy is going on here?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
That is not your business. That is not your business. And the entitlement that you have, that you think it is something you need to look at, because I don't know if it helps to say, how would you feel if he was doing that to you? Maybe it doesn't, but still, like, everyone deserves privacy, even within a relationship.
Yeah, I really do think that's something that you need to knock off, because if you find something that is untoward or that you don't like, then you have to have that conversation about how you found it, and then, oh yeah, I've been doing this for a long time and everything's been fine up until this. Don't do it.
Well, it really displays a lack of trust in the relationship, because why else would you do it in the first place? And maybe you are just curious. Maybe you're coming in with trust issues. I don't know. But acting like it's just, a website that you're like, oh, I'm just going to check Instagram real quick. Oh, I'm just going to check all of his text messages really quick. At some point you're going to come across something that gives you that like twinge in your stomach, and then it's going to have to come all out, the whole thing.
Here's the last Queen City confession. A month ago, my husband and I had a rare knockdown drag out fight. And to be honest, I don't remember how it started, but we've been able to talk through what happened. But what I haven't been able to let go of is that during the argument, he basically said I let myself go. We both were drinking, so I know our memories are a little fuzzy from it, but I haven't been able to shake the fact that my husband may not be attracted to me anymore. You got to bring that up.
You do.
But I feel like when you do it, you have to be very sensitive about that, because no one is going to be like, oh yeah, you've let yourself go.
No, yeah. It's because obviously the defensive is, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, and who knows, but yeah, you should probably get that figured out. I mean, how do you feel about yourself?
Yeah. Because then too, I mean, the more I'm thinking about it also too, like there is no way that you could bring it up that they're going to agree. I think that this is just I mean, do you say something about it? Because I'm like, there's no way that this person is going to be like, yeah, you let yourself go.
Yeah, they're not going to. You're right.
No. So I think that you just have to, how do you feel? Like you said, Holly,
How do you feel
about
about
yourself?
it?
Right.
Do you feel like you're not at your best and maybe, you could do some work on yourself because you might make yourself feel better? Or if you're like, there is literally not a thing wrong with me, maybe that's what you bring to your partner. You're like, hey, you said this and I just want you to know I'm fine with me. Are
Right.
you? I don't know.
What's the worst thing that was said in an argument between you and your boo thing? Or maybe it was a best friend and y'all were a little tipsy and things were said that you can't take back? What was said? 1-844-HITS-961.
1-844-448-7961 or text HITS and your message to 96893.